here or there. All right. Nice. Let me put this thing on. Move it closer. Damn, dude, that's such a shitty. I wonder if people can see that. I don't know why it's so much easier on the phone than on a computer. It's an odd thing, but happy Wednesday, yo. How is all today for the world? I need to drink coffee. We'll kick off the college basketball slate, run through most of it. I like the Celtics today though for NBA. I don't know if anybody likes the Celtics. They also announced today. They announced the best MMA matchup I've ever seen. I've never seen an MMA matchup this good to bet on that they announced today. But we'll just start off, roll through college basketball slate. If anybody joins, just ping whatever questions you have in for whatever matchup questions, just ping them in. College basketball, NBA. I looked at most of the NBA slate. I might as well I like the Celtics. I liked it more at 4.5 that I wrecked last night, but 6 is annoying. I feel like it'll probably come back down to like 5.5 or something before tip. Maybe try 5.5, but I think the Celtics are just an older version of the Hornets, and without Gordon Hayward, it's not good for Charlotte. Without Gordon Hayward, that's like the nuts guy you need in this matchup. Without it, I think it's 100% Celtics or nothing. No matter what, you got to go Celtics or nothing. And then I lean the Knicks. I threw them on the lean side. They're down at the bottom. I would just take the +4 or whatever with them. That's way too high. Why are the Grizzlies? I think the Grizzlies are awesome too, but you can't just the value on the Grizzlies is, I mean, things have just ran off out of control. Tim, Illinois covers. I know. Makes me sad inside. I threw them on the lean side. I gave it on the overnight. I thought a little money would come in on Wisconsin. The fact that nothing's coming in on Wisconsin, I think says a lot. But I had no idea the stats, like the lockdown stats that Trent Frazier has. Trent Frazier's been a fucking nightmare for people coverage-wise. He's been a all Big Ten defensive team guy. It'll be interesting to see him guard Johnny Davis tonight. But yeah, I think the matchup up front, Coburn started going. Yeah, I am watching the Mizzou game. I have it sparsely on. It's at halftime, right? They're down 2. I put the Mizzou. I didn't want to take the spread in case they just got their shit kicked in and couldn't score at all. But I ended up just taking a nibble of the money line for Mizzou just to watch. Everyone and their mother on the Grizzlies. Everyone and their mothers on the Grizzlies every single game these days, 23. Every single day these days. Everybody's on the Grizzlies. So, yeah, I have a little bit of Mizzou. FSU with the points. I don't know, man. They're the matchup, I mean, for sure. Look at the size on the perimeter. Look at the size everywhere all over the floor. I think apparently Raekwon Gray is questionable. I heard he's questionable. He's a big deal. Raekwon Gray, if you remember, just any game Florida State wins, you could just point to 3 or 4 different spots down the stretch where you're like, oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit. So I think, I think he's really important. From a matchup standpoint, I give it to Florida State. I've been really underwhelmed with their performance. But then again, it gets debilitating when I think Virginia Tech shot 18 of 25 from 3. You know how fucking absurd 18 of 25 from 3 is? Lost on Hawks, didn't know Trae Young was out. I didn't know he was out until tip either. But to be completely honest, dude, that's why the NBA is fucking annoying. Because that Hawks game, if you watch that game, the Hawks have so much more quickness and talent off the bounce. When they were just actually initiating their offense and then trying at least reasonably hard if they turned it over or something to play defense, you saw that it was very difficult for the Raptors to score. What'd they end up scoring all their points on all game anyways? You thought it would be more stuff inside. Siakam made some easy buckets, but are some hard buckets. I mean, difficult buckets like leaners, stuff like that. But fucking passing, what's his face? They're all hitting threes, and like Gary Trent's just draining threes. You saw the Hawks actually try and come back, dude. Their effort in the second half for the third quarter, and DeAndre Hunter's effort, and then he gets the final shot when you still have multiple chances to win down the stretch. The fucking Hawks, man, there's like some just NBA teams. This is why I'm not as big a fan of NBA, because it's just, are you trying today or are you not trying today? It's all about whether you give a shit or not. The stretches in NBA are a lot based on just, do they care at all? I won't beat the Hawks. You won't see me wreck the Hawks one more time this year. You won't see me wreck the Heat one more time this year. I'm just not going to do it to myself anymore. So that's like, it's kind of like the Florida State spot where it's like, with what I last saw, I'd rather just not do that to myself right now. And we'll just wait to see them turn around, because we do believe in Caleb Mills long term. And then, yeah, and you were right about that Auburn game the other week. Not last night, my friend. Not last night. They just, again, the runs. Auburn, with the fucking runs they go on, are so scary. It just fucking goes all downhill so quick. And like, people just don't have the resolve. I don't feel like it's them. I feel like it's the other teams folding more. And I feel like we're going to get the most glorious spot on planet Earth to fade Auburn, because I'm still not sold. I am still not fucking sold on that team. I still just can't do it. But we need somebody that can hold up inside on the boards more than anything. Because then, I don't know, they just get it out so quick, so deadly in transition too. I can't tell. The more I watch Wendell Green, I'm like, you're good. You're not good. You're definitely not good. But you're all right, but you're not good. So I just go in circles with him. Wake's bigs should handle Pitt and Kentucky feeling good. I leaned Wake. Wake's up on the lean list. Yeah, I agree. They're big. They're old as shit. Kind of like a lesson game for Hewley. I think they're going to win by 20-something. They'll probably end up taking a teeny bit. I don't know why they're not on the pick side, to be completely honest. Let me circle it. Maybe we send it on over. Maybe we give it a little shift. Because Williamson's back. He's been back for a bit. Maybe they end up going over there and I throw a little more on them. Because I have a couple things I need to do. I really need to think about this Butler game too, because I think I want to have a decent amount on the spread on top of having the little bit of money line that I do have. Kentucky feeling good. Who's Kentucky playing? I completely glanced over that. I went and got a sheet, because now if I just get the sheets from a book when I stop by in the morning, then Vanderbilt, yeah, Vanderbilt absolutely sucks. So if you want to go against Vanderbilt, I send you ahead, and good luck on your journey, sir, because they suck. Yeah, Couture for Virginia Tech went 10 of 12 from 3 versus FSU. That's fucking insane. I really like Hunter Couture. Like, I feel like if you just didn't have to put him and Storm Murphy together again in the same backcourt, like if we could just do just Couture, and then like you saw last year how much more deadly they were with like a Radford, like we just went a little too far in one direction because nobody really likes Aline or whatever. FSU still dealing with bronchitis. I have no idea. Wait, is there like a thing of bronchitis going on in Florida? By the way, I'm just going to throw it out there, and this is being recorded for whatever too. So on YouTube, if anybody hears it, fucking, if anybody fucking has any touch with any like legit doctors in the Naples area, has any connections to anything, I will make that shit come back to you in fucking hundreds of thousands of spades. I need that badly. But is that going around Florida? Because that's what started a lot of the issues I'm having. Interesting. Whatever. Besides the point. Florida State, I don't know. Maybe are they? Does that account for why they just go through these stretches of not giving a fuck, and Caleb Mills like not giving? I don't know. Caleb. I'm not sure. I think. I mean, just if you do actually matchup wise, yeah. Think Mills, Osborne, and Evans are out for that game. Holy shit. All 3 of them? That's bad news. If all 3 of them are out, I'm taking Clemson maybe. Because what? It's just children then. Whoa. We got to put a little, whoa, hold on. Let me get some red out. That deserves some red. All right, then no Florida State. I don't want anything to do with Florida State. Get Florida State out of here today. Because if If we don't know too, already with the way maybe Mills was sick and he was playing through being sick or something, and I just think everybody's soft. But okay, then out of here. It is going to be just children. Oh, they're freaking talented. I think that Matthew Cleveland kid, man. I mean, you want to talk about prospects, like young prospects. I love that kid. I love that young kid on Miami, that Poplar kid. Holy shit, the athleticism on both those kids. And they actually seem to have like they're a little boxy, but they have some decent shots. I fucking hate NBA betting too. I really hate it. I feel like the Celtics are a really good matchup, but at 6 now, what's the point for anybody that didn't take it? Need Scruggs to play well tonight. They absolutely, in this matchup, need Scruggs to play well. I fucking completely agree. In the first matchup, I watched the first game between Butler and Xavier, and fucking Scruggs initiated everything, because otherwise we have like, I don't know, like Nate Johnson, whoever's like that, you're not going to be able to really initiate off the bounce against Aaron Thompson. So otherwise, you guys are going to be taking a lot of contested threes, or Scruggs gets back to his normal self. So I'm not going to bank on Scruggs getting back to his normal self, because he's been in this run for fucking, how long has it been? How long have we been talking about Scruggs? So yeah, but I think Butler. I watched that. Butler actually got a decent amount going on offense. There was some key offensive rebounds that swung a lot of momentum in that first game. I think Butler could win this game. Maybe I'm just jaded because I didn't get on. I'm going for another Big East road dog because I didn't get on Creighton last night. How about that one, huh? The biggest ones we were wrong on last night: Creighton, UConn, and Maryland was like the same. How about that? We talk about Fats Russell. In what world is Fats Russell taking the final shot? What does he miss? A fucking layup. It's fucking Fats Russell, man. You can't make that fucking kid up. We called that Maryland game to a fucking T, and why I couldn't actually wreck it, because of that motherfucker. And then he just does that. Is that why I got banned last night? Was Fats Russell watching? Well, bro, when we got banned yesterday on TikTok, well, bro, you got to make the shot if you're going to ban us. Liam, what is up, dude? Do I like Nova -5 against Marquette? I don't know, because it's fucking difficult. Yes, Eric Ayala should have shot that. Yeah, of course, anybody but Fats Russell. There's 4 other guys on the court. Any of the 4. Hart on an open shot, Dr. Scott on an open shot. I'll fucking take a Wahab something to the rib. It would suck, but it would be better than that. Wahab back to the rim shot is 4th. So 5th option was Fats shooting it. 4th was fucking. But the thing is, man, this is why we handicapped it in. Danny Manning doesn't coach. I mean, we've seen this for how long? At every stop Danny Manning's been at, you've been like, well, I mean, whether you have talent or not, you ain't coaching. The Marquette game. One thing to think about for the Marquette-Villanova game, and what has me, because I actually think, like, you know, you go skill for skill on the court, you go position by position. Marquette doesn't match up that poorly. I mean, they should give up some boards, I want to say. What was the first matchup? The problem with the first matchup box score, I don't know why I didn't look at that. Problem with the first matchup box score is that Marquette drained all their threes and Villanova didn't. If you put both these teams on the court however many times, how many times do you think Marquette outshoots Villanova in terms of like 3-point percentage? Do you think it would be a lot, or you think it would be a little? Because Marquette scored 57 points and drained 13 threes. So they only scored 8 buckets the entire fucking game that weren't 3-pointers, and only got 2 free throws. So they didn't get to the foul line either. So points-wise, it's difficult to be like, you know, scenarios where in your head you're like, all right, well, fuck, what if they don't hit 45% of their threes? We could score 40 fucking points in this game. It could be bad. Like Marquette getting to 60 points in this matchup is probably tougher. Although they are at home, maybe can cause some chaos, stuff like that. And we like them. Like, is this a Daryl? No, it's not a Daryl Marcel jersey. I have so much Daryl Marcel shit. I like that team. They're gritty. Like, Kolek is continuing to get back. Like, this is a grit. Look at their fucking record. I mean, look at their wins. I mean, it's a good team, but matchup wise, yeah, they gave up 10-2 on the boards last time out. Shaka can just flat out coach Marquette rolling. So I don't know whether Shaka can flat out coach. I think he can flat out recruit. He's a good head coach. I actually think, like, by football standards. like a football head coach doesn't get in the way of fucking the like X's and O's, and more so, I guess, offensively. But what he's done this year, which is what I think actually really helps their offense and stuff, he brought in some assistant coach that is like way over the top on analytics. So Marquette, weirdly enough, went from like a team that like, you know, I don't think Shaka really thought about much other than recruiting and chaos. And now they actually are like super analytically driven, which I think has been a huge help for Marquette, because they do. I mean, they shoot more than like 50% of their shots are threes every game, like 60% of their shots. Shit like that. So it's either at the rim or it's threes. I mean, that's smart, except for, I guess, some of the mid-range stuff Kolek or Marcel do. So I'm never going to say don't about Marquette, but this is not a good matchup in my opinion. Like, just reading this box score, I'm like, all right, Villanova shot 25% from three. And I still only lost by, like, I don't know. It's just tough to envision the game going like this again. Like, Villanova hits their threes and they're going to fucking kill them. Won't get Nova with this small of a spread. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the value I think is probably on Nova. But the thing is, I don't think Nova's very good. Just going to come out and say it. Like, top end Nova, like with like Eric Dixon, Brandon Slater, Jermaine Samuels, Justin Moore, Connor Gillespie. No, Antoine, I don't know. I like Moore, but this team stinks. Let's be fucking honest about it, man. This team's not very good. St. Louis, George Mason, and Illinois probably covers against Wisco. I agree. It is such, we half covered that Illinois game. Yeah, so Trent Frazier on Johnny Davis, Coburn starting to roll up front, and then I think like the wingy, like that front court, I mean, they kind of all match up fine there, right? Like, what are you going to do? Try and have Tyler Wall really fuck shit up? Is that your plan this game? So, yeah, I think it's just the kind of thing where, like, Wisconsin's been, like, so fucking hot. They're going to run into some bad matchups, and this is one of them. Kind of like the Michigan State one we said for them, where it's like, this is annoying. Oh, nice. I sent a fucking edible arrangement, like a cornball, to my mom, and she actually said she ate some of it. So that was the point of it. Scared to eat something. Gophers for anything for Purdue. Ivy flopping sick all over court. Yeah, I don't like. I mean, we've never been high on Jaden Ivey, right? But this is, I don't know, man. Like, just like not even talent wise, but physicality, everything wise, it's no good, huh? It's not very good. It's not very good. Why don't I like Jaden Ivey? What should I like about Ivy? Bro, every single big spot in any game, that kid does something fucking wild. He can't hit free throws, can't shoot. He can't play make because he's not very good at passing. What's he really good at? I mean, he's good at he gets to the hole and makes threes. He doesn't really make threes in big spots, in my opinion. His shot's all right. He's completely out of control all the time. Yeah, he's wild. Yeah, he's out of control. No, I mean, I'm like shitting on him because people are holding him to the standard where, like, remember at the beginning of the year, people are like, this guy's player of the year. So it's like, I mean, the guy's like a work in progress who's had, like, you know, a season and change of real basketball. But the people who recruited him, in terms of whatever the guy's name is that's coaching Duquesne now, the old Akron head coach, who's an awesome head coach, and you know, obviously Painter now, people believe in him. But I think Purdue, Minnesota just gets fucking out of control, honestly. I mean, but it can go either way because I don't trust Purdue's guards as far as I can throw them. But if they are starting to roll a little bit now, I mean, it's like a bunch of, like, the athleticism mismatch is just like, what the fuck are you supposed to do about that? It's just going to go downhill so quick. So Purdue names their score. What do they want the score to be? Do the guards just want to throw the ball out of bounds and shit? I don't know. They like to do that. St. Louis, George Mason. This is a good game, man. All right. St. Louis, George Mason, I think is interesting. First gut, leaning, George Mason. I think I talked to somebody about this in chat. I'm like, I like George Mason. I think, you know, at home, they've been gritty all season, have some good wins at home. I like Kim English. And then I'm like, wait, but on the court, Oduro, dude, I mean, there's not that many people that can guard Oduro, but if I have to pick some people, I need somebody that's tough as shit, experienced, and like kind of long. Like, is Hargrove not a pretty good matchup? I actually should have looked into this one, but I feel like Hargrove is a decent matchup. You also have Linson's experience. He's been back. And then you have some like weirder options. Like can you throw like, I guess Thatch is way too short. I was thinking like maybe you throw him into his back. Like it feels like an Evan Petit type thing. But like, there's like some different things you can do with, I don't know. I don't think like necessarily like Oduro's awesome and he's going to get however many points. But to take him, like, especially if this is a close game down the stretch against like Gibson Jimerson's fucking nice, kid. He is nice. And I think the St. Louis guards might be like significantly better than George Mason's. That would be the problem I have with this game. Because then Schwartz, can't Nesbitt guard him? So it's like a pretty good. At first, I was leaning George Mason, but then I'm like, St. Louis can like kind of shoot enough if they need to, can't they? Like they scored like fucking 80 points on Boise State, if I remember correctly. So St. Louis, I think somebody sent me something this morning saying St. Louis is overrated. Interesting. Because now the more I think about St. Louis, I kind of think St. Louis might be underrated. St. Louis might be fucking awesome, dude. What if St. Louis is sick? Who are St. Louis's losses to? I'm looking at George Mason. Because I'll do LaSalle GW next, brother. They lost to Dayton. They lost that game to UMass that we bet on. We took against, but that was the first game working guys back in. They lost by 4 to Auburn, only let up 74. So they didn't let too many crazy runs. Lost to Belmont, lost to UAB, lost to Memphis. So like if you don't insanely out athleticism them, which George Mason's not going to do, right? Like they have some pretty good athleticism, but they don't have crazy. So you know what? I'll take fuck that. I'll take give me St. Louis if I have to pick. I think Gibson Jimerson can close a game with, a lot of people in the country. He's really good. Illinois is fucking wide, kid. It got wide today. I said to hold off at 6 last night because I didn't want to wreck it at that. And then went up to last I saw it was at 7. So that sucks. But I don't want to take it anyways. I'd rather do other things than go against Johnny Davis today. I'll do other things. I'll fucking bet on Fordham. LaSalle GW. I think it's hard for LaSalle to win games away from home. I really like them. I think I've talked about them a lot on here before. They've covered. I don't think we've lost a LaSalle bet. Have we lost a LaSalle bet? They always cover for us. I like them a lot. My problem is that they're kind of at their peak of where they're going to be. They're kind of at the peak of where they're going to be to me. I don't know. It's just a bunch of crazy guards, and they just make poor decisions no matter what. Even the guys I like Clark. I've talked with Brickus on Twitter, and I really fucking like that kid, and I really like the team overall. I think they're pretty talented, at the guard spot. The thing is, it's kind of like young guards versus young guards. One sets at home in George Washington, and George Washington definitely has the better coaching. I think this Jay Wright coaching tree is going to end up being pretty strong. The Jay Wright coaching tree that's expanding out in the Northeast. You see Ashley Howard at LaSalle. You see Kyle Neptune is his fucking name from the preview at Fordham. So you see a bunch of these guys going out. But what's his face? He was originally at Mount St. Mary's, then he went to Siena. Now he's at George Washington. What is the name of the coach? He's the one who recruited Jalen Pickett, the kids that's at Penn State now. When he was at Siena, and Siena was pretty good for a little bit there, and people were like, "Oh shit, are they gonna make a run in the tourney or something?" It's this Pickett kid's awesome, and then his stock is just slowly gone off a cliff. I don't know what happened with him because people were talking about Jalen Pickett being in the NBA draft after his freshman season, and then it's maybe should have come out to the draft, whoever was managing him. But yeah, young guard versus young guard. What the hell is Christensen? Kristen? What the fuck is the name of this coach? I forget the name, but that guy's a very, very good basketball coach. And if it's a set of young guards and a set of young guards, I'll probably end up taking the ones that are at home. Jamie and Christian is the GW coach. He's fucking awesome. He is a really, really good coach. So I'll take Jamie and Christensen. I put GW on the lean board. My bad, bro. Yeah, I put them there. And I'm thinking about taking them, actually. Because I understand why people are taking LaSalle if they are. They've been much better in the second half of the year. We backed them a bunch. But we took them money line over St. Joe's the last time they got a road win. But I don't believe in St. Joe's as far as I can throw them. I actually kind of believe in GW. It's kind of like tonight. I don't believe in the Rhode Island Rams as far as I can. Wait, is it Rams versus Rams? Or is Rhode Island the Rams and Fordham's the Rams? Is it the Rams showdown? I hope that's not a forebanger of what's coming in this week. Next week, it's 2 weekends. Okay. By the way, mark your fucking calendars if you're here. There's 2 fights for UFC coming up that I'm literally thinking about mortgaging my house to put on. Jared Cannonier is next week over Derek Brunson is a fucking all-in. It's fucking all-in. And then Tom Aspinall is set to go in March against Volkov. That's going to be like an under a minus 202. These are fucking all-in spots. It's the easiest money in the world. You just take it. You just take it. It's free. They're handing it to you. They just say, hey, you want it? You need to double. You need 60% more money in 20 minutes. That's what they're saying. It's absolutely free. I've never been more confident in an MMA bet in my life. Those are the top ones. Knocks out the Giga picks, knocks out all of these. All right. Questions. We ran through a bunch. Does anybody got any? The line says bet LaSalle. Does it? I don't know. Maybe. I've been saying a lot of that stuff lately where the line says, and I'm starting to think these markets are so fucking inefficient. I think they're so inefficient lately. There's so much money coming in. And there's so many people that think you can just win using algorithms. There's so many people that are coming into the sport with fucking algorithms that are selling these things too. I see people advertising value algorithm and this fucking stupid algorithm thing. Bro, algorithms, if you're really fucking smart, you got a computer guy. Yeah, I'm out here, dude. I know the way this world works. If you're really smart, you got a computer guy, all of that. But the thing is, markets quickly adjust, and what's happening in them quickly adjust. So for a lot of these sports, and they're changing the rules so much and historical data, bro, there's people that are leading themselves in circles, and then based off small sample sizes, they're putting lots of money down. And I don't know. But there's all kinds of, it's just the spots where the algorithm people are going to be in and shit like that. I'm not sure the line's saying necessarily. I mean, I think based on evidence, LaSalle's been spunky as shit. I think they were in a lot of the game versus Davidson last time out. I'm just saying it's specific matchup for me. It's just the young guards on the road. In terms of now the line's only 1.5, 2. You actually have to get the job done. That's what it's saying about LaSalle, is that they're going to get the job done in this spot. Are they? Are all these children going to get the job done in this spot? I don't know. They've kind of shown that down the stretch in most of the time. I mean, St. Joe's in that game they played them. St. Joe's completely fucking folded in the second half. I mean, we were on them, right? So a little bit of luck, a little bit. I mean, it was the right matchup. We had the better guard play. But St. Joe's just folded up shop and stopped making buckets. So they won by 10, 15. So all the stupid turnovers and stupid plays they made down the stretch were just, you don't notice them. Every other tight game that LaSalle's in, you watch them down the stretch. Dude, people are fucking dribbling the ball out of bounds and shit. It's that kind of thing. It's not they're not making shots. It's we're fucking nervous young team, and we're not I don't know. I feel Brickus should be the leader on that team. He needs the fucking ball at the end of games. He needs the fucking ball at end of games, Ashley Howard. I need to help you with that. The MMA names. Jared Cannonier this weekend. Tom Aspinall. It's in March. They just announced the fight against Alexander Volkov. Fucking Cannonier was minus 130 before. I took some. It's already up to minus 180, I believe, or something like that. Anything you get. Literally up to minus fucking 350, minus 300. I mean, I just don't want to take an MMA fight that high. Anything up to minus 300. There's no fucking way Brunson beats him next week. There's no way. He's too patient. He's just way too patient. Marquette +7 versus Villanova +7. It's +7 now? What happened, sir? Lehigh? What? What about it? Oh, they're playing? Are they playing? I don't know. I didn't look, bro. Navy, I don't know. They're not going to be. I don't know about beating Navy twice in the season. Navy's pretty good. I do like those two big wings we have now, though. And that's my alma mater, by the way. But we have two big six. We have like a 6'6" and a 6'7" guy. One of them that missed some vital free throws down the stretch the other day. But it looked like they cared. When they lost, it looked like they cared. I continue to see good things from them. Let's see. All right. I don't know why this isn't reloading. All right. Spots-wise, the Marquette one, I just can't. I can't. Look at the box score from the last game, and I can't do Marquette. I want to. I like that team. I'm not going to do Nova either. I probably, even with the box score from last game, would lead Marquette because I think Marquette has intangibles that you can't quantify and definitely can't put into betting lines. But when you think about that matchup and somebody tells you one team's going to shoot 45% and more than half their shots are going to be threes, like they're only going to score 8 buckets that aren't from three, which team do you think it's going to be if you just thought it off the top of your head? I'd probably say Villanova. So now let's flip it because like Justin Lewis isn't getting easy points in this matchup, stuff like that. So like if Villanova wants to beat them by 15, just go beat them by 15. Just like make a couple threes along the way. Huh? In terms of other matchups, which ones have we passed over? So we're on Fordham. I like that matchup a lot. I think they have enough to give the Mitchells enough trouble inside. And they can't – I mean, I just think Rhode Island is the most inept team on offense on the entire planet. Darius Quisenberry or whatever, he'll score like 45, 50% of the points that we need in this fucking game. Bradley Braves catching plus 4.5. Okay, how about Lehigh? Yeah, no. I'd rather be on Navy. Bradley catching 4.5. I think the points. I put Bradley spread. I should lean back so people can actually see this. Can you guys see this? I put Bradley spread on the board. I wouldn't take a money line because I think I don't think they're going to win this fucking game. I hate Northern Iowa, and I don't think they're going to win this game. I just don't trust Bradley on the road down the stretch. I don't trust him down the stretch in any game, actually. I've seen him blow too many. Like, even think back to, like, we went through the stretch of taking and losing money on Bradley with, like, we took a money line against Toledo. We took them in that fucking Illinois State spot where they blew a 25-point lead. They're just, like, not trustworthy. So I would take the points. They should have a big advantage inside. They should be able to get Noah Carter in foul trouble again, like whoever we bet against Northern Iowa most recently got him in foul trouble, and it's a big problem. I think Fife is playing like seriously fucking injured, and that's why he's not really playing. Like I think that guy probably like is hopped up on a shitload of stuff just to play. Catching thoughts on UTR. Oh, Rio Grande Valley. I would lean Lamar. I think that team stinks. And I think Lamar is actually not bad. I'm pretty sure they had a coaching change and they've been playing inspired ever since. I was thinking about taking Lamar money line in all honesty. That's where my thoughts were on that one. And I think Lamar's spunky and like Rio Grande Valley is pretty limited, man. They start like 3 midget guards. It's like pretty bad because we took them earlier in the season. They were like a 5 or 6 point dog on a money line against UTSA. And the only reason we took them was because UTSA is like the biggest dumpster fire on planet Earth. So we took them, but I don't really want to lay points with Rio Grande Valley. I'm going to be fucking straight with you. New Hampshire, Hartford. I don't know. I want to say Hartford. It's at Hartford. See? If it's at Hartford, wait, why don't I just look? Lazy bum. No, it's at New Hampshire. Ooh, and Hartford's getting points. Yeah, I wouldn't want to take Hartford. I mean, I wouldn't want to take New Hampshire laying those points to Hartford. I think I'd probably rather be on. I like New Hampshire though. I like those two guys up front. Stony Brook was just a bad matchup for them the other day because Stony Brook has that Jaleel Jenkins kid who was he took Fairleigh Dickinson, a New Jersey school, to the I'm from New Jersey, by the way. That's why I said that. Oh, Mizzou takes the lead. Did they? Did they? Evansville versus UNI was that game. Yeah. where everybody's saying Evansville didn't win money line, but they did cover. They covered pretty easily. I think that game they were like right there most of that game. So yeah, that's what I think of fucking UNI, and I still think they're going to beat Bradley. Just Bradley. I don't know, man. I don't think that coach is very good. I forget his name. He just had when Bradley made that run where they beat who they beat in the tournament or whatever. They beat Michigan State. Yeah, but they had that dare, or it was really close. Maybe no, I mean I don't know if they beat him. It was really close. Maybe they did beat him. That Darryl Brown kid was like he looked nerdy because I think he had the retrospect things, the game retrospects. But he was a gamer, bro. That kid was fucking awesome. I liked him a lot. Missouri State -2. No, I don't want it. Mizzou +200 easy cash. What are you talking about? The game's not over, is it? What? Don't do this to me, kid. I'm trying not to I was trying not to watch it so I could pay attention. I didn't want to be sitting here sweating shit. Woo! Up 7, kiddo. We just turned it over though. I gotta watch the game. I can't do box scores. Watching box scores like Gamecast is fucking debilitating to your handicapping. Because if you don't know what's happening, it's like you have to watch to see like you can't see if people are playing well, not playing well. You're just seeing like what's happening. Like it's better than nothing, I guess, but I try not to let myself get wrapped up too much into it. Like if there's a run on there, by the way, every game that they're showing on ESPN and ESPN Plus and shit, ESPN Plus records it. So as long as you have an ESPN Plus membership, if you just type in the search bar like fucking Stony Brook, for example, Stony Brook basketball, you're going to be able to look at least a couple. It's not like every single game, but they have like, you can watch one of their last 2 or 3 games for like any team in the country, basically with Watch ESPN. I have fucking Flow Hoops and shit too, which has a couple different conferences. Between all those, you can basically watch any team's games. So I think that's what's more useful for me is Gamecast. I use Gamecast and I'm like, where in the thread, like where's like a run, where's a really important point in the game, and then you just go on ESPN and watch it. So that's actually super helpful. I fucking didn't know that till not like real recently, but semi-recently. But you have like a collection of almost like you can watch like basically any game you want to watch now. Between that, YouTube too, people will randomly put them up there for however long. They do that with football games too. You can really watch everything now. Not many excuses to be uninformed in the betting game. Stony Brook -6.5 against 2. I like Binghamton, man. I think Binghamton's kind of underrated. But I won't tell you not to take Stony Brook. I would rather not lay 6.5 with Stony Brook right now, though. But you have the guard play edge. I can't be mad at you. Yes, I don't know how Mizzou got such good defense. I went to the games at the beginning of the year and they lost to UMKC. I don't know. That's a good question. I really like a lot of the people they're bringing in, like Jerron Coleman and Amari Davis. I think are sick. Hey, whoever said that, you're jinxing things. Whoever said that before, Mr. Easy Cash. By the way, that's the thing I can't do. If we get into the point where we're doing this during the season, there's fucking live streams on whatever. We don't jinx. We're never over until the final bell. How many fucking 20-point leads get blown? Fucking Abilene and Christian by 100. Who are they playing? I haven't gotten to watch much Abilene. By the way, when I don't pay attention to Chicago State, sure. Yeah, I mean, Chicago State sucks. A lot of times I'll just pass over. If I haven't gotten to watch a team in a few weeks, I really like that's where I run into trouble is taking teams I don't fucking watch. I haven't seen in a little bit because I need current form. All right, so a couple of the leans I'm running through. Maybe if anybody wants to convince one way or another, if anybody has an opinion. Jake, I think March Madness should be exciting. Listen, you talk about these teams, bro, March Madness is what it's all fucking about. I mean, I like playoffs. That's where I make the most money because I handicap a lot off chemistry, like team chemistry, like brotherhood, like fucking, besides the on the court stuff. So That's my favorite time of the year is picking like all that kind of shit. Like the Bengals. Like you knew the fucking Bengals were gonna fucking win. It's just like that is if team chemistry matters, then they're gonna beat the Chiefs. If everything you know about sports since you were watching since you were 5 fucking years old matters, and the whole reason you watch them in the first place matters, then the Bengals are gonna beat the Chiefs. Like that wasn't like those are fucking pancakes. When it was pancakes Bengals, it's fucking pancakes Bengals. Yeah, I hate that. Why I had to trust you on Kent State yesterday. Yeah, the Kent State handicap, I'm going to be completely honest. That was pretty down to the T. That was pretty perfect, actually. Year of the Tiger. It is the year of the Tiger. I don't know what it's sitting at now, but I got some plus 165, which ended up working out well because I put on the fucking preview for the Bengals. I was like, either take plus 300. If you think the Niners are going to win, take the plus 800 on the future for the Bengals that was available before that. If not, wait, because now we got the plus 165 against the Rams. So we actually ended up making more than taking the plus 800. So it worked out very well. Things have been pretty sharp lately. But yeah, March, we'll do some fucking cool shit in March because we'll have the games on all day and shit. That'll be, I mean, I'm excited. I'm like already starting to phase out NBA because it's going to be fucking amazing. All right, leans. Wait, thoughts on Dayton at VCU? I think it's a good letdown spot for VCU. I think it's going to be a close game probably because you can't trust Dayton on the road to cover. We love VCU. Dayton's guards aren't experienced enough to trust them on the road, especially versus a defense like VCU. Conversely, it's a huge letdown spot for VCU after the road win at Richmond that they got fucking the buzzer-beating road win. And then, I mean, dude, if you watch that game, Ace Baldwin's playing like dick. So that's an issue. That would be a problem. So I like VCU. I honestly lean Dayton, but like, how the fuck do you take Dayton on the road? You can't with those guards. You really can't do it. So I'm not sure. I think it's like almost like is it like a Dayton? I don't know. I can see Dayton winning that game, man, to be completely honest. I love VCU. What's the lean? Rams should win, in my opinion. I don't know, man. I think the Bengals are going to win that football game. I'm going to be pretty confident come game 10. I think one thing that's interesting is that I don't think there's going to be as much power rushing. There's going to be more speed rushing from the Rams, which fits Cincy's O-line a little bit better. I think the plays where Cooper Kupp and Odell Beckham are literally by themselves with no receiver for 10 yards to like, it's like Matt Stafford can hit people when they're fucking by themselves. That's when he can hit people. Otherwise, he's got some issues. We think Matt Stafford stinks around here. Not everybody does. I know we're split. But I think Matt Stafford stinks, and I think he stinks just as much as he's ever stunk. I think the Niners just decided they didn't want that game. And I think the Rams have backed into this entire run to the Super Bowl, and I don't think Joe B is going to let you back over on this one. I don't think Joe B played that well last game. And I think he knows that. I think he's about to come out and drop his nuts right on the field. I'm pretty confident in the Bengals. I'm pretty fucking confident in the Bengals. Pretty confident. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, true thanks. Wish I got to 5.5. Oh, on Dayton VCU, yeah. Yeah, things have been moving a lot. The market's a wild place recently. All right, let's do the leans. Yeah, they got so open. Dude, people underrate this Bengals secondary. I wrote about it. I talked about it before. Look at this depth chart for the Bengals. This is a fucking stacked secondary. Their safeties are absurd. Absurd. Von Bell, fucking what's his face? And Ricardo Allen is a fucking backup safety. Ricardo Allen makes plays. He might be a little fucking wonky, but he makes plays. They have like Trey Waynes doesn't even like see the field. He's such a backup. Mike Hilton's the best slot corner. Like if you want somebody to guard Cuppy, let's put fucking Mike Hilton on him. Awuzie's sick. It's an awesome secondary. Awesome. Think about how much time back there. You know the crazy part? The Bengals won that game, and the NFL couldn't have wanted the Chiefs to win more. So, like, I don't know why. Whether they want Jackson Mahomes up there doing his little weird thing, him and his weird wife, like making people think that it's okay to act weird in life, or not. It is okay to act weird, but to act like distasteful or whatever. They want to push all that. I don't know what the NFL wants to do. They wanted them to win. In a game where Patrick Mahomes is just doing fucking ditzy doos in the backfield, how is there no holding calls? The Chiefs got one. They had their first penalty with 3 minutes left. There are 4 minutes left in the third quarter. I've seen like only a couple football games in my life where a team didn't have a penalty until a couple minutes left in the third quarter. I'm sorry, brother. We don't rep KC around here. I'm personally a Cowboys fan. I rep whoever I think is going to win. I don't have anything against KC. But, I mean, if you think that game was officiated when Chase get mugged in the end zone early, there were some makeup calls later. I'll give you that. But if you think that game was officiated close to whatever, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, how could, with the amount Pat Mahomes was running around in the backfield, how is it humanly possible that there were no holding calls? All right. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. Any more questions about picks? I also think Butler, we talked about Butler. I think Tulane has the best two players on the court. I think this line is insane. I think if you go through Houston's, I have some Tulane money line at plus 1150. I think if you go through KC, now I'm on KC. We're moving away from NFL. We're moving away from MMA. If you look at Houston's record and you look at the people on this team, I'm a huge Fabian White Jr. guy, but the guy's like blown out every muscle he has in his body. Carlton is so unathletic. When we look at this team, Kyler Edwards is like a throwaway. I mean, I like him. He's playing well. I'm happy to see the success he's having, stuff like that. Bro, Tulane has the two best players on the court, arguably three best scorers, depending on where you want to put Shed. Because I'll take Forbes over fucking Kyler Edwards any day of the week. I know that's crazy, but I mean, especially down a stretch. Maybe you can get to the bucket more, but Forbes can like hit threes at a way better rate. We have the best three-point shooter. We have probably the best playmaker in Cross, who like they're going to ask Fabian White Jr. to stay in front of him. Like it would be nice to have Mark for this matchup, but they're missing everybody on Houston. Houston is so overvalued. Look at their record. Who have they beaten? They lost to Wisconsin. It was only by a few. Look at the play-by-play for that game. I didn't watch that game live. They didn't lead a minute of the game. They were down by like 20 most of the game. Houston has beat fucking no one, done nothing this entire season. Houston is so overrated. They fucking stink. They stink. They've been playing terrible competition. Whether Tulane beats them outright tonight or not, 17 points is fucking ridiculous. Plus 1150 is fucking ridiculous. Tulane, they're going to be able to – who is a proven shooter on this? I think Fabian White is proven to hit some mid-range stuff, and if that's what kills us is Fabian White shit, like somewhere in the mid-range of the zone. But that Ron Hunter trapping zone, what are you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? I think they're going to have to – I mean, these guys are not proven shooters, and if they're going to have to shoot a lot – I'm taking both. I have Tulane money line at 1150, and I have Tulane spread. I have both. I don't have a ton of either. I have more. I have Butler plus 550, and I have Butler spread too. I don't have a ton of any of them, but yeah. I mean, I'm not like speaking for playing a lot. I'm saying implied odds wise, it's like Tulane has no chance. Jalen Cook's the best player in the game. How's it hard for them how do they just have no fucking chance? And he's a point guard. We have the best player, Jalen Cook. We have the most dynamic player in Kevin Cross. We have the best three-point shooter. We have a good coach to match Kelvin Sampson and Rod Hunter in fucking Hunter. We have his trap zone. What more do we need? A rocket ship? So I'll take fucking Tulane, and I think Tulane's going to walk in there, and I think they're going to grit out a win. They gritted out a tough win last time out playing like shit. I think they're going to grit out another one. Tulane plus 1150. I mean, whether it comes through or not. If all of these Houston guards prove me completely wrong, because I know what Fabian White is. I like him, but he's super limited coming back from all these injuries. Before he got injured, Fabian White was the fucking man. I was like, this kid's probably going to play in the NBA. But now, I mean, I know what Josh Carlton is. I know that they're going to get 0 boards, but are they going to finish the putbacks? Are they really going to like punish us as much as they need to? Are they going to hit the kick out threes off the offensive rebounds? I don't see any proven shooters on this Houston team, so I'm going to go with probably fucking not. Okay. Eileen Temple. Let's go through this. So we got Mizzou leaned already. Mizzou started already. GW talked about already. Illinois talked about already. Syracuse over NC State. I feel like it's just one of those spots. Why am I shouldn't get NC State against the zone. We're just getting into like a shooting. It's going to be like a shooting competition. You want the young shooters for and like the weird role allocation from NC State, or you want, Syracuse to finally kind of get it done? I would rather be on the Syracuse side. I would just definitely not like the over in QC. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, are they going to hit the threes or not, though? So I don't know. I don't know where the variance monster lies. Who does it want to attack? What's the deal? I'm not quite sure. What's going on in that Mizzou game? 52-56 with 3 minutes to go. Motherfucker, I'm putting it on in the background. I'm sorry. All right. So Syracuse lean. I would probably, I don't know, man. It's really tough, but I think I would probably have to lean Kansas State if you're going to make me. Just because I don't trust Oklahoma State as far as I can fucking throw them at this point. I feel like they're so enigmatic and this team is poorly coached. They have so much talent. It's scary how bad they are with the amount of talent they have. So I'm just going to end up going with Kansas State. I'm not going to take them, but I mean, just lean probably. Oh, the Missouri State one we didn't talk about, but I think Southern Illinois is on the up and up. And I think all those things we talked about with Missouri State, they're going to eventually, like this thing where we just have Isaiah Mosley take 20-something shots a game, and whether that continues or what it looks like or what it's doing to the offense long term, that kind of stuff is going to end up rearing its head. Southern Illinois plays together. They're undervalued no matter what, even though they've turned it around the last few games. If for nothing else, then it's like the first few games in a row that the team's been healthy this entire season. Mizzou up 3 after this free throw with 3 minutes left. Better not go to OT with Kobe Brown with 4 fouls. That's not good. That's no está good, man. Okay. Illinois State, I saw somebody ask about versus Loyola Chicago. I don't like the way Illinois State's playing right now. We got a little chippiness. We got a little chip in this Mizzou game. A little fighty fight. I would lead Loyola Chicago, I think, just because like the way how like crazy and loose. Like if Illinois State hits a bunch of threes, good for them. If not, I think a lot of their like chaotic craziness is gonna lead to some like Loyola Chicago runs where they score a fuck ton of points. So I'm a little afraid of that spot. I don't like that freaking dumpster named Loyola Chicago. So I don't really bet on them. I only bet against them, if you've noticed. I just think they're so incredibly overvalued. At this point, though, it's like, am I wrong or am I right about Loyola Chicago? Am I wrong or am I – although we've been making money betting against them recently. Am I wrong or right betting against Auburn? Am I wrong or right betting against Michigan State? Although we had that Michigan State game handicapped pretty perfectly. So that's okay. And the forwards just made a couple plays down the stretch. Malik Hall is kind of nice. I kind of like Malik Hall, dude. I kind of think, and the way his 3-point shots trending, I think Malik Hall might be able to play in the NBA and like pretty well because he can take you off the bounce too. I kind of like Malik Hall. Wrong betting against Auburn. I know at this point, I mean, I can't really fucking argue at this point. I think a lot of the public adores Loyola Chicago because of their torting runs. Hey, that was electric. Clayton Custer, Ben Richardson. The combo of those two kids, and I'll say it, they're a handicapping lesson to everyone in the world of sports. I truly believe that Loyola Chicago team, if you were on them during that run, you're a better handicapper now, not for just what you look for on the court, because you just watch Oklahoma games, what Porter Moser does, shit like that. They're an awesome team. But if you go back and you look at that roster, out of the 15 fucking kids on that roster, 16 kids, 11 or 12 of the 16 were high school state champions their senior year of high school. Winners win, losers lose. You hear me say it all the time. The same fucking thing happens in life every day. People that win continue to win. People that lose continue to lose. It's fucking unfortunate, but it's the way the fucking world goes. There has to be like drastic things to change that, like a Charles Oliveira type moment. It'd be cool to see what happened to that guy that turned him from the guy who used to quit to the guy that just will go through hell and fire. I would love to see a Charles Oliveira documentary. I think a lot of people, yeah. Okay. Moving down. Do we have any left that are interesting? Wake's on the lean board. Northern Iowa's on the lead board. I don't really want to take Miami right now. I'm going to be honest. Miami, Florida is pretty, although they keep coming through for us and we believe in them. Why don't we want to take them at 5 versus Notre Dame? I don't know. Maybe they both hit shots. There's no real like glaring matchup stuff. So we just lay off. Huh. It's an interesting game. Drake, Indiana State. I was thinking Drake before the line moved. It's 2 teams we like. I don't feel like doing it. But teams that are both like pretty tough, gritty and shit like that. Probably want to have the more experienced one in Drake. Thoughts on Southern Missouri? Southern Missouri? Is that a team? Wait, Southern Missouri, are you fucking with me? Is that a thing? That's not even a place. I was just thinking because Southern Mississippi, who I haven't really followed this year, that's what I was thinking. Then I'm like, they're not on the card. So who the fuck are you talking about? Southern Missouri, are you fucking with me? Southern Illinois? I said, Southern Illinois, Missouri. Oh, I get it. I get it now. Yeah, no, I would lean Southern Illinois. I like the better basketball they're playing right now. I also think Marcus Domask is so underrated. He's sweet. But I'd lean that way. I don't like the Brandon, Missouri. I don't like the basketball they're playing. Now I'm all fucked up. Missouri's on the screen. Missouri, Mississippi, Southern Missouri. Where the fuck am I? I think this VMI one, if it spread, I don't know what the VMI spread. If it got the 4, I was looking for 4 on VMI. Did VMI get the 4? No, it barely moved. Okay, fuck it. But I feel like I want to start buying VMI again at some point soon. Wait, Missouri just stopped scoring. What motherfucker jinxed the Missouri, Chad? Whoever said Missouri plus 200 easy cash. Get back here. Show your face. Show your face, you jinxing son of a bitch. You get that fuck back here. All right, Butler, we already went through. Fordham, we went through. George Washington. I'm going to end up, I feel like, last one on Temple. I feel like I'm going to end up with a little Temple here. All right, if you've been around a little bit, I might not be right on everything, but how about fucking Damian Dunn kid? Damian Dunn kid. Be electric. Live bet Florida plus 300 would be clutch. My guy, now you're bringing in those vibes? You got competing? We're a Missouri stream right now. What are we doing? What are we doing, boo-boo? Love Missouri State, Dayton money line, Wisconsin money line. I mean, the Dayton money line, I just said I can definitely understand it. Wisco, I mean, dude, anything Johnny Davis does doesn't surprise me. Yeah. And if Kofi Coburn's just like a dope and is kind of whatever spacing all over out of there, yeah. I mean, I just think this game can get fucked up really fast for them. Although I think Illinois stinks, so maybe I'm falling into the maybe they don't stink trap really too. Bro, that's a foul. Thank you. Philandrius Fleming. It's a foul. Wait, why? Nice little parlay. Guy, sorry, that's a bad word around here. We don't use parlay. The word parlay is not allowed on this stream. Although, I mean, I know people that are professional gamblers that parlay. To be completely honest, I do. But I don't fucking parlay. I don't parlay. Okay, you're just paying them. If you're limited on the only reason I can see parlaying, I guess, is if you're not going to be around or something and you're limited bankroll, Like you only have $20 and instead of rolling it or something and you're such a crack and you're not using it to make money. I don't know. There is no reason why for a parlay. If you've ever seen the charts, you know that they're just taking money. Like if you just lay it twice, it's like the same thing on the future. Like I just said with the Bengals, it's like if you just take $100 and then just take your winnings plus what you risked and put it on the next thing, you'll see that they're taking like somewhere between like 10, 15, 20% from you. So it's like, you know, it's hard. It's making money just in general in the world. Like no matter what investment kind of thing you're doing, I feel like, I don't know, it's you know, it's not like stacked for you to always win to begin with. So paying like a 20% VIG and stuff like that is just something I'm not down with. I know the kid who won the 20 to 590,000 parlay. Fucking good for him. I mean, that's kind of fucking cool. I mean, I'll give it to him. If I was books, I'd make those up and send them out to get people to do them. Kind of like the things like the odd boosted, like fucking crazy player props. I mean, if you fucking guess it, the guessing the score thing is kind of like an interesting, like I don't have books that offer that shit because I don't have FanDuel that has all these fucking crazy things because I live in Vegas. Like I'm in Vegas right now. That's where I'm that's Red Rock. Behind us is like the Red Rock whatever park village, national park. I live right there. So I'm in Vegas. But so I can't get fucking FanDuel and these crazy props. The guessing the score thing's kind of interesting. I would have guessed, I think I guessed like 33-20 or something Bengals. So I mean, I would have been out either way. But that's fucking cool. I mean, I just think I think parlays, it's like I get the concept of turning a little into a lot is fun, but you can also just like smart, like when people are like give out these like all these chalked up prices and then it's like whatever. It's like, why don't you just take plus 300 Bengals for like a good amount of money because you're confident on it? Like all these things are relative to confidence, right? So if you're just like, it's like playing the lottery. It's like everybody hits the lottery. I know a guy who hit the lottery. I don't, but I'm sure. But I'm sure like people hit the lottery, but like, I mean, like it's all because it's just, I don't know. Like, I guess everybody is a different investor too. Some people are really good at that. Some people are really good at player props. Some people are really good at totals. Some people are good. I focus on sides. Like if you notice, I don't give out totals. Rarely, super fucking rarely. I like giving out, like I'll talk about it like yesterday in that Alabama game. If you listen to my breakdown, I was like, both teams are going to score. We're going to have to score a ton of points, a lot of threes. Both teams having success. Like the over would have been an easy cash, but I don't know. My brain is wired to work a certain way. Everybody it's like that saying that's like, better to be a savant at like one thing than good at a master of none. Don't be a master of none. I'm no master of none. I'm a master of things. Amari Davis is a fucking guy. That's one thing, by the way. Whoever's talking about Mizzou, one thing that has turning their stock up, he's playing more. How do they just – it's the craziest thing ever. They work so hard to get a bucket. Florida just walks down and fucking it's been 3 or 4 possessions in a row. Their defense isn't set, and they're getting a transition layup. There's fucking 2 minutes left in the game. Say, what the fuck? Oh, dunk it. Yeah, baby. 65, 62, 30 seconds to go. Boo, 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 boo. 36 seconds left to go. Mizzou money line should have been moved into the fucking whatever column with the early tip, too. The early fucking tip. Very annoying. Sorry. All right. I think we went over them all. Temple would be the last one. I think Damian Dunn's fucking awesome. The one reason why Temple is on the leans list. Yeah. The one reason why Temple's on the leans list, it's not moved in to the, I think Newton is also a real deal. Tristan Newton's pretty fucking awesome. The first game they played was super tight, came down the stretch. East Carolina, it was at Temple, but East Carolina was putting a lot of pressure on Temple. And if there's 2 studs going down the stretch, I like Damian Dunn more, but I don't know how big that spread is. Temple just keeps coming through for us like butter every time. I don't know. I don't know if I need this in my life, the Temple. I want it in my life because I love Damian Dunn. I mean, at this point, if you follow us with how much money Temple's made us, how the fuck do you not like Damian Dunn? If you don't support Damian Dunn, fuck out of here. Because we're fucking, I mean, how much money has he made us this season? At least a plus 300, a plus 250, a plus 150 for a lot, a pancake plus 1. He made us a lot. You gotta support this guy. I think it's actually this NIL thing where we get to go on and buy their stupid sweatshirts and stuff. I have so many fucking player sweatshirts and crap that I'm now using as like dog stuff for the 2 dogs. All right, Minnesota at home. Yeah, I can't do it. I get the experience angle, and I couldn't trust Purdue as far as I can throw them. Their guards. We don't trust Purdue's guards. We know Purdue will be nowhere at the end of the season because of their guards, right? But in this spot with the talent disparity, like just look at the people. Like if you line up, if you do the before the game things where it's like, let's line up you guys, is Eric Curry going to foul out before the game begins, you think? Or do you think he'll get to play a few minutes? Or you think he'll just like, check in and just wave his head? Oh my fucking God. Who is this guy on Mizzou handling the ball? Amari Davis, get the ball back. What is this? Although Amari Davis and Jerron Coleman, we said before, those are the 2 I like. Good transfers. It's like Quanzo Martin has no idea how to coach, but he's also a good recruiter. Now, what are the chances this kid makes both of them? Jerron Coleman, the Ball State kid, nice little pudgy 6'5", nice little pudgy penguin over here. What are the chances he makes both? 66%. Well, not very high considering you brick the front end. And what happens then in the game? I think I'm going to have to hop on off after this. Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, my God, you forgot the ball. That's a travel. Oh, you gave him a timeout. Is anybody watching this fucking game? He's crawling around on the ground. Okay. Anybody, before I'm just going to go watch this in peace. You guys don't have to see what I'm like at the end of games. Anybody got any more for today's slate? Real quick rundown. I'm on Fordham, money line. They're going to beat the Rhode Island today. I don't like Rhode Island. Oh, my bad, Sam. Stinky. My bad, kid. It's so weird on timing. I don't know where you are, but that's the most frustrating shit in the world because all my friends are on East Coast. And like watching that Bengals game the other day, and it's like they're like freaking 3 seconds ahead of you. It was fucking infuriating being on the phone with them. All right, so Fordham money line, Butler taking spread, taking money line. Xavier's just not right. They're not right. So to be giving them this kind of fucking price, especially with a good matchup. It's a good matchup for Butler. They match up fine in terms of personnel. It's really not bad. Bo Hodges is coming on. We have Aaron Thompson. We have the smartest, headiest, best defending guard in the game. We'll take Butler. We just need to keep Paul Scruggs out of the lane. So it's like if Paul Scruggs just comes back and is like, fuck you, and starts playing with initiative, well, yeah, that's bad then. Tulane took it, not huge, but I took some spread, took some money line. I think they're the best players in the game. Went over that one extensively. Celtics, it's a really good matchup. They're just like an older version. They don't have Gordon Hayward, who is so key in that matchup, especially quelling different runs, stuff like that. Important underlying storyline, especially against the Celtics, too, without him. I think they just get rolled. The leans list. The Mizzou's playing. GW, Illinois. Although you're making me scared about that one because now I'm realizing I hate Illinois, and I always bet against Illinois. So it's really just matchup related that I have them here, but I don't trust them as far as I can fucking throw them. And if you tell me Johnny Davis just takes his cock out and just wins this game, they just fouled with 7 seconds left. Suck a dick. Nice plus 300 on Florida. I like the thought process there, by the way. Good job. Oh my God, he was hugging his arm. He stuck his arm under. That's cheap as shit. That was fucking bullshit. If he hits both at the line, this is fucking bullshit. That was a bullshit foul. He tucked his arm under because the guy was playing good defense. Did you see that? Sam, I am. That's some fucking bullshit. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm not gonna spoil what happens next for you. That's fucking bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. All right. Lean Syracuse. You know what? Fuck you, Illinois. Lean Syracuse, lean Wake. I'm going to throw some money on Wake after this, just a little bit. I do think they're going to kick the shit out of Pitt. Did you see that? He tucked his arm under, so when the guy was running, he was trying to like go straight up, and he pulled him in, so there's body contact. I mean, it's not smart. That's pretty fucking cheap, but not smart. Applebee's and he makes them both like a dick. There's your spoiler. I wasn't gonna spoil it if you missed one, but you're gonna win. That's fucking that. Hey, Missouri plus 200 easy cash, kid. Come show your fucking face, you jinxer. I gotta stop cursing. Maybe that's why I got banned yesterday. That's unbecoming too. My bad. Hey, Missouri plus 200 easy cash, kid. Show your face. Lean Lamar, Lean Temple. I might end up throwing a little bit just because Davian Duds made me so much. I got some to blow. Bradley, only spread Bradley because I just don't see them winning this game. If you want Bradley, take the 4.5 or whatever, and then Knicks. I think just this is like the prices on a lot of these people have gotten absolutely out of control. The Grizz, the Cavs, a lot of these things they've run into places where they don't deserve to be here. All right, you know what? We're just going to wait till the last three. There's 7 seconds left in the game. We'll just see what happens there, and then we're out. If there's not a cheap foul call, I want a cheap foul call with an opportunity to get the free throw. This is bullshit. And then we're out. Anybody else before we run? There's probably 30 seconds left of this live stream. Anybody got any questions? 6, 5. Get to the rim. Wait, no foul? Oh, man. That fucking stinks. That was such a stinky thing. Well, what can you do? What did they end up? Did they end up scoring? Oh, they ended up scoring a decent amount of points at the end of the game. What can you do? You can't really let up layups every time down with the final 2 minutes of a game. That generally is gonna put a hole in your head. By the way, this weekend has some really good UFC opportunities. I'm gonna make a video tonight. I fucking always say that kind of shit. Tonight, I make a video on UFC for this weekend. There's some really good opportunities. Trayshawn Gore, Steven Peterson. Gore, we're gonna have to pay a little favor price, but we're gonna get sharp. We're gonna get sharps or algorithm or whatever the fuck money in on Brian Battle. So we can. God damn it, Sam C. You sick fuck. Your plus 300 ticket on Florida is so nice. I'm a little jelly. I'd much rather be rooting for that side with 2 seconds left. Fuck that. What the fuck is this? That fucking final foul was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. That was so stupid. Just hooking the arm like that. I mean, I give it to you, man. This is a Vetty play. But we need something in the paint. We really don't want a 3-point shot or something here from you guys. We need. Oh, boy, that was bad. All right. Well, good bet. Didn't work out, but Missouri money line, probably the right side. At least it was only on the leans list, so I barely just a little nibble because I got a little Jenny this morning when I went. But what was Missouri up? How do you lose there, guys? You're up a lot at the end of the game. I guess you kind of stink. The end of game stuff is kind of getting bad for Missouri. Maybe we just live bet Mizzou or live bet whoever's playing Mizzou every time they have a lead in a game. Because that's pretty bad. Oh, no, it was tight down. The most they had was a 6-point lead late. How mad can you get? 6-point lead with a couple minutes to go. How mad can you get? Florida does stink. I agree. UNC Wilmington are. Well, UNC Wilmington, they're just the fucking kings. I don't even know about live bet kings. That's just, they never say die. I fucking love UNC Wilmington. I like those guards. They're all old as shit. Speaking of Florida, Mike Okuraku was on Florida last year. He's a grad transfer for UNC Wilmington. He's having a nice season. I like him. I like those guys because they know just at that level, they're like, all right, CAA come see me, and they just fucking they just body fucking other guards because they're so much bigger and stronger. They're like, we're fucking down transfer seniors, motherfucker. Come see us. So yeah, I like them a lot. I think we're pretty straight. I'm fucking emotionally. And I had no investment in this. I just want to make it known in case I don't think you can replay these. I don't know how this works. But in case the motherfucker who wrote Mizzou plus 200 with the easy money thing, in case you come back, you got me emotionally invested in this. I didn't even care. I basically forgot I even put a couple of shillings on them. You sick fuck. You're a real sicko. All right. I think that's it. I think we're pretty good. If nobody has any last ones. Let's go Fordham. Let's go Butler. Let's go Tulane. Let's go Celtics. I think we're going to say let's go Wake Forest too. I'm just going to end up having to take some. I like Pitt though. I really don't like betting against with two teams I like. It's like almost more like stay away. But I just think. How do they? Wow, Tyree Appleby scored like the last fucking 20 points in that game. No. Yeah, man, he scored a lot of points in the stretch. Good for him. Anybody know where fucking Tyree Appleby went before? Cleveland State. Prior regime, though, not the wow. I didn't realize Jerron Coleman. Yeah, he missed the 1-1. I forgot. Yeah, because we had to have him take it. Okay, I forgot we missed the 1-1. They did give that game away. That's mildly annoying. All right. And then just a warning. I feel like this should almost be changed to Clemson, by the way. Because with those injuries that people pointed out. By the way, whoever pointed out those injuries, fucking good shit. I feel like that's the evolution of this, by the way. Is that we got to get a little more, and then once everybody starts giving information, and we just get like an information hype going. I mean, what the fuck? And we get our own fighter we're going to manage, blow him up, get the ball rolling. So that's my thing. I got to go down to Florida and shit this weekend, but I'm trying to get back into shape here because I got to get in a jiu-jitsu gym and find us a fucking fighter to sponsor. Because I got a couple of buddies that want to do it with me. So the financial side, we should be able to like way more than support the fighter initially easily. But I need to get like in the gym so I can start rubbing elbows and figure out how I'm going to network to make sure I get them easy fucking fights. Because even if we have the exposure and shit we need for them, because that's the point, right? If I'm pushing the fighter and I'm giving out the picks or whatever, and we're doing all this stuff, then together we kind of boost the fighter up, and then the more exposure we give the fighter, the easier matchups he gets. Not like easy, like we're gonna have to challenge him so he's good, but favorable matchups. It's just like, hey, he's got this opening. It's like, hey, we're good at that opening. He's a tough guy, though. Hey, he is a tough guy, but he's got the opening, and we're good at that opening. So that's the ultimate. So I got to get that going. Other than that, anybody got anything? About to head out. I got to got shit to do. And I want to finish this glass of Palm, smoke a doobie, to be completely honest. The last call. All right, peace, my dude. Have a fucking absolutely wonderful day. Go for it, eh? All right, be good, boys. I just got to close the app. I don't know how to do this.